Hey Soul Babes, welcome to the Essence Podcast. I want to start off by giving a huge thank you to all of you, to everyone that has been here since day one, and those that are new. And those of you that have subscribed, I am extremely happy. I am beaming you so much love and light and a big ball of gratitude. It gets hard to really pursue what you love and to follow your vision when there tends to be a lot of noise, in our exterior world, or there tends to be doubt within our interior world, and our ego continuously protecting us and defending us, and our actual life just, going through the ebbs and flows. That I am very grateful for this being a foundation of hopefulness, a foundation of healing, and a foundation of being able to indulge in your creativity, to allow all of us to indulge in our creativity. And in this episode specifically, we are going to be talking about trusting our vision, being able to listen to our inner compass, and to be able to use tools to minimize the chattering that goes on in our mind. And the intention here is for you to be able to begin following your North Star, to begin listening to your divine self and following what feels true to you. So I hope you enjoy this podcast, and let's get into it.
In your divine essence you shine. In your divine essence you thrive. I'm your host, Riss, and you're listening to Essence Podcast.
So let's talk about the inner compass. What is the inner compass? What does it look like? And how do I get one? And how do I use it? These are all questions that are going to be wrapped up in one simple answer. Your crown chakra. Your crown chakra is your antenna. I like to call it your God consciousness, your higher self. And this antenna connects to the universe. It connects to God. It connects to spirit, to that source energy. That energy that created you is also within us. I mean, look at our mind. It's so intelligent. Our body, it can heal itself. Our mind can literally go to the past, to the future. It can dream up this whole world, this whole thing while we sleep, and our body feels like it's there sometimes. Like if we have a nightmare, we're sweating. We're in fear. We're in fight or flight mode. Or if we're having a funny dream, we might laugh in our sleep, and everything in between. We might even be talking in our sleep. So that connection of our mind and our body and our soul, like that is energy. That is like created by a really strong intelligence that is our creator, that lives within us. And when we work together, when we're in tune with our antenna, we are the co-creator. We are creating with our creator. And when we're in tune with what we love, when we are doing what we love, when we are hanging out with people we love, when we're going to places that we love, all of this love is allowing us to connect more and more to this energy, to this God consciousness, to the universe. I like to personally call it spirit. Our antenna it's connected to us. It is our compass. It tells us with little whispers, hey, go here. Actually, don't do that. Like it's whispering in our ear, telling us subtly. It's not like, hey, no, blocks you from doing that. That's more of your ego. Your ego is more of that energy that is like, oh, hell no, like it wants to defend you. It has its little sword up and it's ready to chop, 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 and our higher self is like very subtle and very graceful and just whispers to us. And so it gets hard to hear that whisper though when we are battling it out, with our ego and with the outer world. So ideally, we're using this inner compass to help us navigate where we want to go, where we want to get closer to that vision, to that goal, to that dream. That inner compass within us, our intuition, that subtle voice is really what's going to help us get there, because it is coming again from that antenna. And as we receive this antenna, we're only really connecting it through love. So to be able to receive the directions on how to get to our vision is going to be when we are in connection with love, when we are in connection with our flow. And with that being said, we all have a vision and we all have a goal. We all have a dream. That vision that we have of our future, of that feeling of blissfulness, that moment where we're like, we made it, like this is our moment, that resides in all of us. Especially if you're here on this podcast, this is definitely you, because you are a creator. You are a divine being of light, and I love you so much. Anyways, coming back to this, getting into this vision that we have, I actually want you to connect to it right here, right now. If you can close your eyes, I would love for you to do so, and we're going to just tap into this place right here. Taking a deep breath in through your nose, exhaling and letting yourself be right here. Now, as you step into this place that is in your heart center, where your seed is planted, where that vision, that dream is planted, can you tap into it? What does it feel like? Can you imagine yourself in this place? What are you doing? What's around you? And I want you to release any judgments, any separation that you're feeling right now from this dream. Get into it. This is your moment to do so right here, right now. Yes. Continue to stay here. Continue to be with it. Continue to grasp all the little details you can of this dream. It could be money. It could be traveling, owning your own business, having a family, being in love. All of these dreams. It could be more than one too. Don't limit yourself. Let yourself sit with this. Lovely. Yes, I love to see this. I love to be in this energy. Now tying that back into where you are now, we're coming back here, coming back to this present moment. How are you feeling now? Does it still feel like it's possible? Is your fuel for this passion, for this vision, is it strong? Do you feel like, yeah, that was tasty, like I love visiting this place where I get to daydream about it? Or right now, are you feeling like it's a bit separate from you? Are you feeling like it is similar to The Shining, where the hallway gets so long and it's almost daunting? It's almost like, it feels far away, like I'm gonna be old by the time I get there. And maybe it might be feeling like a prophecy, like one day I'll have time for it. One day we'll be here. We'll be in our essence one day. But yeah, not right now. Those are limited beliefs that you are actually believing if you're feeling this way. If you're feeling like it's separate from you, it is you attracting more of that hallway elongating itself. When honestly, all it really takes is for you to put on your hiking shoes, do some stretches, and begin to course correct, because it starts now. It starts right here. It starts with embodying it in the now, not later, like now. So if that means getting out to socialize, if that means buying a plant, if that means being by the beach, if you're trying to live by the beach, if that means learning Italian, like myself, because I also want to move to Italy, and I don't know when and I don't know how, but that is exactly the case. We don't know when and we don't know how, but we do it now. We make an Italian dish, we go out and eat at an Italian restaurant, and we learn Italian. We indulge in it right here and right now with what we have. As we grow older, we tend to take life so serious. We tend to be like, yeah, I have to do A, B, and C, and D, and then I'll get to you. I'll get to you, dream. I'll get to create something. And then there are times when we were like fed up with life and we're like, I gotta go get a drink. I don't even care anymore. I'm just gonna go have fun. Why do we have to wait till those moments? Like, why can't we just start to plant those seeds, water those seeds that we've planted of our visions now by just taking time for it? And when we were a kid, we were honestly such in flow with this place. We were in our third eye, which is our imagination. We were so connected with like the unknown. We were so imaginative with our creative side of our brain and creating things that were wild, creating things that were crazy and fun, and we didn't care about the words and what they meant. Wild? Hell yeah. Or crazy? Yeah. Or fun? Yes. Like all of that was just like, yeah, that's what I like to do. And that makes me happy. And we are losing that connection as we grow older. We are losing that feeling that we had when we were a child of just seeing everything as this playground. We begin to see it as black and white, a straight line, and logic. We're sitting so heavily on planning our future instead of actually living in it now. And that's where we mess up. We push ourselves further away from it because we feel separate from it. And we tell ourselves, yeah, one day, but not today, or just not at all. And these seeds, these moments are gifts from God. They are divine sparks of life that we get fed. And it is up to us to be able to choose, do we want to continue watering what we love, or do we just want to let it go? And say if we choose to let these desires go, these dreams go, someone else is going to have them. Best believe you're going to find somebody on Instagram, on TikTok, living your dream, or in person. It doesn't have to be on social media, but like they're going to be living your dream. And what's going to happen to you? Your heart chakra is going to feel so depleted. It's going to feel a bit jealous and separate because that could have been you and you could have probably done it better. And that could be true. But you didn't try. You didn't show up for the dream. You didn't water your seed. And, again, maybe it's because you were scared. You're scared of the fact that you would have to step out of your comfort zone, that you would have to show up for it. And maybe nobody in your life you saw actually pursue their dream. So what makes you any different from you pursuing yours? And actually, it makes a huge difference because under the surface of every human being alive, their goal is to feel good and to be happy and to be whole and complete and to thrive and to have money and to have friends and to have a whole bookshelf if they are an introvert, like a hobbit house. Like all of it is a dream to have. None of it is seen as less than. So your dream isn't less than. It is actually your whole life. It is actually why you want to truly live. So I like to say that our life is like a unique blueprint. We all have something unique that is different between you, between me, but yet we are so connected. And creativity is one way that we can all say we're connected here, right? And so with that being said, with us having our own blueprint, we are meant to live our own life the way it is designed to be. There is a lot of people that will come across us, especially our parents and teachers and people of authority, that will tell us how to live life. They will show us a map and be like, okay, you're going to take this route, you're going to do that and this. And that is if you want to be successful. But that's all they know. That's all they've seen be created over and over and over again. And for you, it may be different. Yeah, you may start there, but that doesn't mean you end where they're at. Everyone is basically seen as a lesson and as a reflection of knowing that that is a way of living life, yes, but yours is different. Everyone has their own truth, and your truth and your path is uniquely yours. And that again what makes us have this unique blueprint. We all have something in common, but we all have something to bring to the table. And I want to come back to our higher self. Our higher self knows us. It is a part of us. It's basically us. When we are in flow and connected to the thing that we love, our higher self knows the assignment. It knows, okay, we like this. We're digging this. Now let's get into flow. And this seed that was given to you by God, by your higher self, you think that they're just going to give you the seed and not help you go to that dream? That they're going to be like, okay, here you go. Now figure it out. No, honey, you are being guided all the way through and through your ancestors, through your spirit guides, through your guardian angels, through your ascended masters, and all this unknown energy is ready to help you, ready to guide you, because if you're in love, they're in love. They are in tune with you. You are in tune with it. You're not attracting lower entities or lower things that want to push you around. No, you are actually in flow with this thing, this energy that has told you, yes, you can do it. You received it. It's in your heart. You are radiating with light. So this energy is always wanting to help you go to your dream, follow your North Star. They're not here to leave you in the dust and to figure it out. They're here to actually help you and guide you. So give yourself the opportunity to understand who your team is, especially in the spirit world. Because if you're already with this vision and with this feeling, I think it's nice to say that you are going to be okay with understanding who your spirit team is. Our visions are a gift from God, and it's up to us to be able to fulfill the mission. And the mission is to live our best lives. And in this case, we must be careful on who we share our dreams with. We got to understand who is on our team, who supports us, not judges us. We want cheerleaders. We don't want doubtful people that bring us fear. If we have people mirroring our lack, then we're going to receive that back. That's what's going to happen. We have to not only clean up shop outside of ourselves, but we also have to clean up shop internally, because everyone that we've attracted throughout our lives is a mirror of who we've been, is a mirror of our lack, is a mirror of our anger, of our doubtfulness. So they're going to continue to feed us until we think of something greater, which is actually, I need a support team. I need a cheerleader. I need somebody that's going to be like, yes, queen, yes, king, instead of telling me that I'm broke. To trust your vision is to trust your higher self, to trust the antenna to guide you. There's a lot of outside noise and commotion that can make our signal fall weak. But there are definitely practices that can help you clear up this noise. And number one, you do not have to overshare those visions. You can keep them to yourself just to start off. When we plant a seed has to go in the soil and be in the dark. It has to just sit there in the void. And that seed is not ready to be seen, to be heard of. It is to just be put to the side. It is for you to just be able to see and notice, like, oh, I notice you, I recognize you, but I will not disturb you. I will allow you to grow until you pop up and show me more of who you are. And number two is know who your support team is. It's okay if it starts off just being one person or just yourself. I mean, my circle is still small. They are delicate seeds, a majority of the things that I have. And I can see them and they're growing. But there are, of course, still people that I have to keep it close to within my heart. I cannot overshare some of the details because there is only a certain amount of people I would like in the kitchen. Not everybody needs to be in the kitchen while I'm cooking up an idea. Number 3 is this vision is between you and God. It is between you and the universe. So even your support team, they are still human and they're going to have their opinions. They're going to have their own truths. You are to remember that this is your creation with God. You are co-creating this. You are not doing this alone. You are not doing this for selfish reasons. You are doing this because it's out of love. So this is your plan with God on what's going to happen. So at the end of the day, like attracts like. If you are vibrating at a higher frequency, then you are going to attract everything that is of that frequency. If you are vibrating at a lower frequency, you're going to attract that lower energy to yourself. So like your friends, your environment, your work, all of this you created at a certain point in your life. My question is for you to be able to see, how did you create that? Did you create it when you were at a lower polarity, when you were in scarcity, when you were in lack? So the idea is for you to be able to really evaluate where energy is coming from. Who's feeding you what? And not only are the people that you're going to continue to look at, but again, the environments. And also, don't think your family is separate from this, because you actually attracted your family. You made a soul contract with your family, and you were sent here to be on this earth and experience what you experience with your family all together. And the same goes for even your friends and your environment. Like all of that is sort of like a pre-planned thing that you've made for yourself. But the idea now is to be able to get out of the fate and into the destiny. Move yourself into the course correcting route of being in flow with what you truly, truly love. And this could be hard because, we are attached to our friends. We are attached to our community. We are attached to the people that saw us grow, the people that nurtured us at one point. And this could be said by our family. It's hard when you want your family to support you. You want them to show up for you. But there are some family members that are struggling themselves to get their dream, their goal, their vision to move. They gave up on their own dream and their own possibility, but that doesn't mean you have to give up on yours. And that's sort of what happens when somebody doesn't actually fulfill their mission. They tend to rub off on you jealousy, resentment, a bit of anger, because they didn't get to do the same thing themselves. So if that means having to take a break from certain people in your family, then so be it. Because when they see that you're in flow, they may have a change of heart after they've witnessed your journey, after they've witnessed the material part of your vision come to life. Then they may have a potential possibility of actually being in flow. But for the time being, it is for you to be able to elevate your own self, to attract more of love and be that gateway for everyone else to see. And so just really clearing up your circle and seeing who is to be there as your support team and who is to just be seen as more of this energy of like, I love you, but I need my space, or the things that we have here, we gotta let each other grow. And that's usually, what you could say and the energy you could set for your family, for your friends, for your environment. And you want to wish them well. You don't want to leave them hanging and like you're better than them. No, the goal is to be like, I'm putting on my hiking shoes. I got to go on this adventure. And, we may have the possibility to cross paths, but that is if you're open. And by that time, I should be so embedded and true with who I am that I will not be shaken up by anything you say, but I will still love you. So that is the idea and the emotion that we got going on. So when you're following your inner compass, you're not actually really using the logical side of your brain as much. You are stepping into the unknown. You are stepping into uncharted territory of exploring more of yourself, seeing how far you'll go, and like Moana, just seeing where it's going to take you, restoring the heart of Tifiti. That is what you're doing. You are restoring the heart of your own divine self to get to this point where you are feeling satisfied. You are feeling like a warrior, like a queen, and you are living your best life because you know you did this for you and also for everyone that is surrounding you. You're helping not only yourself, but you're helping everyone around you be able to see that they can live their vision just as much as you're living your own. During this time that you are pivoting into following your North Star, into indulging in your vision and all the things you love, there is going to be a downfall. There is going to be a part of you that is still in attachment subconsciously to the way that you lived your old life. And it'll throw you back. And you'll probably begin to start to repeat patterns of your old life. But when you're in this process, you're going to start to feel a bit of ickiness. You're going to start to feel a little bit of confusion or aggressiveness because you know that you can do it, but this downfall just continues to come back. Or maybe it's out of your control that you react to certain things or attract a certain person that is part of this lower energy that you were once in a habitual pattern with. That's going to happen. It doesn't happen overnight that these subconscious patterns are gone. It takes time, and it takes a foundation of you planting your feet on the ground and holding yourself during these hurricane seasons to be able to know, like, okay, I accept that I fell back, but I have the ability to pick myself back up and keep going, to keep moving. And I just want to go back to Moana because Moana is just, I guess, a great example to her, seeing how far she can go on this quest, on this vision. And like in the movie, she goes through all these obstacles. Even her partner that she's supposed to meet is like not even wanting to help her. And this is sort of your mind. Like, it's sort of like, oh, well, maybe you can't make it. And that is obviously your subconscious patterns telling you this. But then at the end, once your ego, once the part of you that has doubted you sees like, oh, I can actually do this, then the rest is history. You just keep on going and another vision comes up, another seed, and you see how far you can go part 2. Like, that's just how it happens. Like, it's a matter of getting our own ego self, our own doubts and fears to really see the vision. And it starts with us. It starts with us being able to trust our intuition, our higher self, to know, like, we know the assignment. Just trust energy down there. Just trust ego. Just trust logical mind. We can create our life. We can be in our essence. So in this case, I do want to share some tools on what's going to help you to continue manifesting, to continue being in your truth and taking those blind steps that will lead you to your next adventure, to your next door that's going to open, to your next social gathering, to your next moment of creating that song or that dance or anything that you are attracting. You're trying your best to be in tune with opening doors, with opening and clearing up space so you can get to your next move, to get to your next download of like, okay, I like this is happening, and we are creating now and putting that into play. So number 1 is create a vision board. If you haven't already created a vision boards are like the easiest and most craftiest things you can do. You can print it out or you can make it on your phone. I've done both. Not only do I have my vision board as my screensaver, but I also made a vision board to hang up on my wall. And both of these I look at all the time, and it just helps me remember where I'm going and what I'm doing. Number 2 is to reach out to that support team in heaven and on earth. You are at this point being able to go to these people, go to this source of energy to help you navigate through these hardship times. And your team in heaven, again, like if you need guidance, ask for it. If you need a sign, ask for it, and it will be given to you. A synchronistic moment will happen for you. Number 3 is invest in self-help books. Invest in books that are going to help you be able to navigate through the energy that you feel, these lower vibrations, being able to work through these heavy, dense feelings. Number 4 is to ground yourself. Go out in nature and get grounded. Remember who you are. Let that energy go that is overactive in the mind, and take a deep breath and just give it all to nature. She knows what to do. Mommy nature knows what to do. So just give it to her and she's got it covered. Number 5 is to move your body. When we are in our heads and we're overthinking, that is a sign that it's time to move the body. It is time to put on a good tune and shake your body, shake your hips, move a body. Yeah, move it. Keep on going. Number 6 is stillness. Meditation. I know that might be a tricky one, but give it a go. Listen to a guided meditation on YouTube and see what happens. See how it changes you. See how you become more calm, clear. Number 7 is set up dates with yourself. Set up dates where you get to be able to indulge in the things that you love. These dates, it starts here with these dates because honestly, it's the dates that are going to help you water your seeds. It's the dates that are going to help you bring in some clarity on what to do next. Because when you're in tune with what you love, that again is you connecting to this antenna. And in return, the universe is going to feed you with more information, with more inspiration. And so going on dates with yourself, that is the most beautiful thing you can do with yourself. So the idea here is to not feel separate from your dreams. You and your dream are one. You whipped it up in your heart and it is yours. It is just waiting for you to feel the same way about it. And with this being said, the dream, the vision is worth living. You are worth living. Your life is worth living. So be it. Thank you, Soul Babe, for being here today and listening. And I want to close off with some affirmations. I would like for you to place your hand on your chest and one hand on your belly and connect to you. Close your eyes if you can and breathe in with me. Breathing in through your nose. Exhaling out of your mouth. Beautiful. Breathing in again. Exhale out. One more time, I want you to take a big, deep breath in through your nose. Exhale it all out of your mouth. Ah, yes, yes, yes. And repeat after me. I trust my inner compass to show me the way. I trust myself. My vision is my gift from God. I choose to thrive this lifetime. Lovely. So good. Namaste, Soul Babes.